Ronna just went on TV and earned the most money that probably anyone's going to earn on TV, like by the second. I mean, if you work these numbers out, I mean, so 600 grand, but they're going to have to pay her more. Mark my words. She just hired Brian Friedman. And Brian Friedman is a killer attorney who has negotiated the exits of, let's see, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, actually from NBC, Don Lemon, who walked away with 20 some odd million. Oh my gosh. What were they thinking? At CNN? I mean, Friedman's like, I think he did Chris Cuomo's exit there too. I'm not positive on that. I think he did. Anyway, so he's kind of one of these badass attorneys. And that means Comcast is going to have to pay up. NBC's parent, Comcast, is going to get stuck with a big bill because she's going to sue and she's going to sue and she's going to sue him again because she's got a lot to sue on now. In other words, you sign a deal. You're supposed to get the money, right? So she's got to get the money that she was going to get. But simultaneously, like, look at what they did to her and her reputation. I mean, for goodness sakes, I mean, talking about bad faith. There's a case there. There is definitely a case there. And, you know, my friend Hugh Hewitt, he said so much while appearing on my former network. Watch.
About this thing.
Well, Ronna is a friend, and I did work for NBC, and in November I worked with Caesar and Rebecca and the whole team. I've never seen anything this brutal since I got started in media in 1990. Ronna is going to sue everyone who defamed her for breach of contract, for intentional infliction of mental distress. They are going to sue for the destruction of her business opportunities that come from being on TV. I think they made a terrible decision, and they allowed the MSNBC bleed to take over their network. And the cult has taken over the news division, and it's going to hurt the 74 million people who voted for Donald Trump are not going to watch NBC News.
Boom. Not that they watched NBC to begin with. You know, they might have watched NBC News, though. Think about it. Because the Today Show is really different than MSNBC. So if you watch the Today Show, you probably shouldn't if you like Donald Trump. If you watch NBC Nightly News, you probably shouldn't. If you watch that weekend program that Chuck Todd used to host, that some Kristen Welker hosts now, well, I don't know what to say to you if you watch that, okay? Like, you're on your own. But the other shows that present themselves as being like, okay, we're news, they're not really news. And this is exposing that. And so I do think that their ratings overall could suffer. And I do think she's going to sue them like nobody's business. I'm seeing you guys are so complimentary today. Thank you for that. Thank you. Because I appreciate your warm comments. I will get out to some of those in just a moment. But again, just a reminder, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you hit thumbs up. Please make sure you share this. The other thing, I have an assignment for you. I'm going to put this in the chat right now, and I want you to go. I want you to go take a look at my new company, 76research.com. I'm really proud of it because I care so much about everybody's ability to invest for the long term. I really do. And when you look at all this sort of ESG-centric stuff that's going on, this ESG, okay, well, we got to hit this, you know, this demo and this particular demographic and this and that on our board of directors, instead of caring about making sure you have the best people in place. I mean, this is part of the whole problem right now. And, you know, whether it's MSNBC or whether it's Disney, which I'm going to talk about momentarily, any of these companies are really turning into large problems in that they're not focused on profitability as much as they are on all this other nonsense. And they've lost their way, just like Joe Biden has lost his way. And so I don't want you to lose your way. You need to have a clear head as an investor. We have the 76 report there. Actually, the new edition comes out this Friday, so you can sign up for the 76 report, or you can sign up for one of the portfolios. I had Rob on the show just yesterday talking about the Income Builder portfolio, really great dividend stocks that you can rely on, hopefully, for one day when you're going to retire. So 10 to 15 names in there. Rob has been on Wall Street 25 years. And I've been talking to him for years about this venture, which has been so important and close to my heart, something I wanted to do for a really, really long time. And we both had very similar convictions about it. So we teamed up, we created 76 Research. I want you to go there. I want you to sign up, at least for the free stuff. Make sure you get the free stuff because there's plenty of free stuff on there too. But the model portfolios are really, really, and we have, as I said at the top of the show, a code right now that's running through Easter for the dividend portfolio. That's the income builder portfolio. Just type in divs for dividends. I'm going to put this in there too. Code divs for dividends 76. 3 guesses where that 76 came from. I was so inspired. You know me, I'm a 1776.